to tonight's game against Central Catholic in Chelmsford High School.
First to bat, number 9, Savastano.
He's supposed to be announcing.
Oh, Dan, here.
Batting right now for Central Catholic is number 9,
Savastano.
To get this is the PA. This is the PA mic. Turn this up to 4. Oh, it is on 4.
For TV, talking to this mic, PA, this has to be up on 4.
Alright.
And for music, turn this up. You know, like first play and then turn that up.
All right. So we're on now?
Yes, we're on.
Great. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good again. How are you?
That's good to hear. Well, welcome to the, welcoming to me, of course, to the, I'm going to spit out my gun here. The MVC deciding game between the Chelmsford High Softball Lions and, of course, the Central Catholic team. A battle of the Titans here tonight. I've been following these two teams throughout the year. On the mound tonight for Chelmsford is Tyra Dewey. As you can see her there letting off a single into right field. Amy Gearin almost threw her out at first. Nice backup play there by number 12, Julie Brody. So apparently I've drawn the job of the PA tonight. I don't really know quite what to do with that. I've never done PA before, so that should be interesting. And up right now is Foley for Central Catholic. We didn't get first names, so we're going to refer to her as Joyce Foley for now. All right, so trying to do a little bunt and run there, get the game going. They're going to get a little bingo going here early. So, Jess, what do you think about the early strategy of the bunt?
I think it's a good idea since they already have someone on first and choose the first batter.
I agree. They're getting it going early. Tyra Dewey throwing gas.
Tira Dewey.
Tira?
She gets very upset when you get her name wrong.
Tira.
Tira.
Wow. Well, you know, I'm not very cultured when it comes to pronouncing names. Our friend Joyce Foley has worked her count to what looks to be about 2 and 2. Oh, just a bit outside.
Now it's 2 and 2.
Now the 2-2 delivery by Tira Dewey coming up here for Foley. Big play, no outs here in the first inning, still early.
Struck her out.
Swing and a miss. It's the first strikeout of the game for Dewey, and the Lions are on the board with 1 out.
This is Holly Oringus.
Holly Oringus, one of the stronger players for Central Catholic. She has 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a stolen base on the season. Having quite a year, to say the least. Get a good look at Dewey right there. And that's the second hit in between the first and the second baseman. We got a play coming to third. And on time as always, we have Brian Nagel joining us. Who would have thought they were going to start the game on time tonight, huh, Brian?
I sure didn't think
Daniel,
that did.
in between innings, you have to...
That's Jess giving me some direction. That's Jess O'Rourke, everybody. It's a nice rip there. They got Dewey's number early here. So Brian, what do you think of what you've seen so far?
I'm very impressed with both teams. You know, they came here prepared, and we should be in some good softball tonight, Dan.
Yeah, definitely. It's as I described it earlier, a battle of the Titans here between the Lions and the Central Catholic Red Raiders.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
What's their mascot?
The Raiders.
The Raiders. Okay, I thought they were the Red Raiders. All right, girls on second and third. And the pitch. And Molly Monge is pulling the ball hard off Dewey here.
CDs are doing here press the pause. And it's really, they told us to use this one.
And Amy Guerin with the nice catch. We're going to have a play at the plate. Nice shoot by Amy Guerin from right field. That's a nice play.
Very impressive outfield assist right there. Guerin leads the team in outfield assists with 7 on the year. It's a good way to start the game for Chelmsford on a positive note.
Very good way. Okay, now we got some technology going over here. I don't know how to use it.
One. Yes.
Are we still live? Nice play, Jimmy. We still on the air.
Wonderful. We're still live and no commercials here. We're bringing you all the action.
We just wanted to give you some time there to talk with your family about the first half an inning there.
I mean, because why would we want to go to a commercial, Dan, when you can see the central pitcher warming up? Very exciting.
Yes. So, since we have some time to kill here, I wanted to get your opinion on something. Brian, what do you think about paperweights?
I think they're very overrated, Dan. You know?
I don't think there's any need for paperweights.
No, I think anything can serve as a paperweight.
When did you ever come into an office where the papers have just been flying around?
I know.
Never happened to me.
Dan, what are your keys to the game tonight? If you had to look at just a few aspects of Chelmsford's team.
Well, I'll look at the keys for Chelmsford. You look at them for Central.
All right.
The keys for Chelmsford tonight to get started early. You don't want to give Central any momentum. You can't give them any momentum. Up first here, we got Jenna O'Rourke. She's got to get the momentum here. Momentum is basically the key. Dewey needs to pitch a strong game. And a foul into the parking lot. Missed cars by inches, but O'Rourke's down 0-1 to start the game. Still 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. O'Rourke swinging a miss. We have heard a count here at 0-2. There you get a good look at the pitcher, Kelly Akato, I believe is how you pronounce that last name.
That's correct, Dan.
High fly ball into center field. Center field is under it, and she's got it. And the Lions have retired one. That's Jenna O'Rourke. Batting second for the Lions is sophomore Julie Brody.
Brody's having a stellar season.
As usual, that's what you expect from her.
Going back, she made the transition to catcher this year, and she's been really doing it off this club. Star basketball player in the winter.
What are the keys for the game for Central?
Central needs to have strong pitching as always, but they also need to have a flawless defensive effort tonight. They got a good infield. Their shortstop and second baseman can turn two, no problem, and you know, it just should be a good game, tight game throughout.
Chelmsford's a contact team, so we hit the nail on the head there with the defense. As you can see, Brody swinging and missing there. And a ground ball right past the shortstop for Brody. It's the momentum we were talking about. That's a big play.
Oh yeah, very important to get runners on in front of Allie DeFreitas here. Leads the team in RBIs, trying to get something going early.
DeFreitas brings some power to the team. She's a bat-on-ball kind of player. You get a good look at her. She's determined to hit this ball deep. And the ball low.
Brody's a threat on the base paths, has 12 steals on the year for the Lions.
Matching her uniform number. And The 1-0 delivery to DeFreitas. Outside, 2-0. Cato keeping an eye on Brody over at first. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there by DeFreitas. Well, it's a misty night we got here. Do you think that's going to have any effect on the way these teams are going to play?
I think you should slow down a couple balls in the outfield and hold the runners to singles tonight. I don't think you'll see as many extra base hits.
And DeFreitas fouls one away and evens up the count at 2-2.
DeFreitas very patient at the plate. Always finds a good pitch to hit. Not afraid to draw the walk.
And the 2-2 pitch. Outside. DeFreitas with a good at bat here. Draws her to a full count. She's always a tough out. And we're going to have a conference at the mound. Well, I'm sure what she's telling her here is to calm down and throw a strike. The last thing she needs is to walk DeFreitas here. DeFreitas is a tough out, but...
Oh, yes. But at the same time, you don't want to give up a bad pitch. Big double by DeFreitas would really hurt him here.
Exactly right. And the umpire breaks up the conference.
On the local TV thing that we have checked with. Yeah. What is the channel?
ESPN.
ESPN.
You heard it here, folks. This game is being brought to you by ESPN. Be televised on Channel 10.
I look for some high heat here to DeFreitas.
And the full count pitch. Struck her out. Big play. And the ball goes into right field. Brody off to second.
A big break there for the Lions.
And they've got a runner in scoring position here early with 2 outs. Always a threat, Jackie King coming to the plate. King also a star pitcher for the Lions. He can hit the ball very well. King digs in, and the pitch from Mikado. High. Brody taking a generous lead over at second base.
Coach Rich batting his captains back-to-back. DeFreitas and King, both co-captains of this team. Along with anyone?
I believe that's it. Caitlin Waters could be a captain. She seems to be the captain of a lot of things.
I'm glad we have all the facts, Dan.
Hey, why would we come unprepared? That wouldn't be like us.
No.
Good look at Brody standing on second base. Just 12 steals in the season. And King swings and misses. A strong performance here by the Central Catholic pitcher early.
Oh, Cato definitely working the upper half of the strike zone. A lot of high strikes.
Ball's got to be coming in 60, 70 miles an hour. Ball low to Jackie King.
Yeah, Cato could afford to burn a pitch there. Threw one in the dirt, trying to get King to chase it.
He was able to remain patient, and she is going to dig in here. And she hits one foul over the right field wall. It's a souvenir. Good at bat here by King. It's a pivotal time in the game with a speedy player like Brody on second base and a good hitter like King up. And she struck her out to end the game. Big pitch there by Akato.
Yeah, I caught her looking there. Wasn't looking for that pitch, obviously.
No, definitely
Snuck
not.
that one right in there.
All right, well, after one, the score remains 0-0, and we're going to head to break, and we'll be back at the second inning. The lifestyles of the rich and the famous here at the Southie Garden. 0-0 in the second inning. Dewey taking the hill. You hear Jess O'Rourke there in the background, not exactly accustomed to TV etiquette. It's okay, we'll let it slide. We're not accustomed either.
I'm not accustomed to many things, Dan. Whatever that means.
take that for what it's worth. And if you're a baseball fan or you like to watch the Red Sox on TV, you know the rules. Rules are much different here in softball. So we'll explain those to you as they arise, as we are known to do. Dewey's first pitch was a strike, I believe. And a fly ball. Nice play by Brody.
Heads up play there.
Gets under it and they throw it around the horn.
Very important position catcher is in softball. Last year, you had Megan O'Connell, big loss in the offseason, but Julie Brody stepped right in there, and she's doing a darn good job filling that role behind the plate.
She certainly is. It's tougher than it looks. That ball's coming in quick, and they don't have too long to react. They got a young team out there. Seniors in the infield extend to, I believe, Dewey and DeFreitas, unless Dewey's not a senior.
No, Dewey is not. She's a junior.
Therefore, Allie DeFreitas, playing first base, senior captain, is the only senior in the infield right now.
Oh yeah, Coach Rich definitely building for the future. Like, you always have to be thinking about the future, because the future is now, Dan.
The time is now. And a hit into center field. Camille Hamilton is all over it.
Nice grab there by Hamilton.
It's a heads-up play. Getting back right away. Hey, what do you say? Want to go get some hay? Okay, I'm gonna stop. And we have 2 outs here early in the inning. Dewey keeping her pitch count low, contrary to that first inning where she had a little bit of trouble. And that's a gapper. It's number 17, Angie Aringas, with her first hit of the game, or her first at bat. She's one for one.
Ringus is definitely putting together a good season for Central. She's batting .340, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs.
She's one of the few players on the team actually sporting the face mask.
Yes,
Which is
yes.
an interesting look.
She suffered an injury to her jaw at a collision at home plate earlier in the season, so she's just wearing that for protection. Oh!
That
Foul
was
to the backstop.
that was tough to watch, watching her collide with that Tewksbury catcher.
Yes, yes. But unfortunately, those things do happen during the game, and
Her parents signed the permission slip.
yep, that's just all part of the game, Dan.
So we got a runner on first. Brody with a nice shoot down to first base. Nothing doing.
Now, Dan, you were talking earlier about the different rules between softball and baseball. In softball, you are not allowed to lead.
Which makes it tougher to throw out runners.
Exactly.
Ball just fouled down the right field line. Also, they don't have uniform hats.
No?
They're allowed to wear visors at their discretion.
Yes, yes, they're free to express themselves in whatever headwear they choose to wear.
I suppose that,
I personally go with the visor myself.
and a single. And Central Catholic's having a little fun with 2 here. Dewey unable to shut them down. Finish out the inning. She keeps switching the ball. I wonder how many balls they go through per game.
The average softball lasts for, on average, about 7 pitches, whether it be fouled out of play or scuffed or damaged. Pitcher asks for a new ball, but 7 pitches is the average.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Ball high by Dewey. Got a good look at Maxine Barry holding on. Aringas. Dewey digs in. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Hit to second base, that's Maxine Barry with the easy out to first. DeFreitas has got it.
Dewey showed great composure right there, getting out of a little jam, 2 runners on, but she's to get the ground ball out to end the inning.
And we are going to send it to break right now. It's still 0-0 in the going to the bottom of the second inning, and we'll be right back.
And we're back here, and I'm without a co-anchor, but it's 0-0 here in the top of the bottom of the second inning. Chelmsford's going to bring 3 to the plate, starting with number 14, Camille Hamilton. Shortstop here. She's a sophomore. First-year varsity players trying to get something going here for the Lions early. If you're just tuning in, Tira Dewey held the Central Raiders scoreless for the first two, scattering 3 hits. Hamilton digs in here, waiting for the pitch from someone. Macedo. Chase is 1 high, strike 1. Hamilton batting .225 in the year. Solid for a first-year player, sophomore. Part of the future of Chelmsford High School softball. Ball high. Counts 1-1 on Hamilton.
Ball low to Hamilton.
Oh, Dan, it's nice to have you back. Good to see you.
Well, I went for a little jog. I'm just trying to improve the audio situation here tonight. I was going to try to slide back in, but, you know.
We're just glad to have you back.
I'm sure you are. Another ball low to Hamilton. As you can see, the Central Catholic Raiders have obviously been scouting Camille Hamilton. They know she likes the low ones. They're trying to get her swinging.
Oh, yeah. Hamilton might not have the highest average, but a great on-base percentage. Great eye, draws a lot of walks, always puts the ball in play. Gonna be a full count here on Hamilton.
And if you didn't have a chance to get to the Chelmsford High boys baseball game today, we had some disappointing news. They lost their, I believe, their 5th straight game to BC High. They're in a tough stretch, but they'll be back.
Yep, you know, they're not playing their best baseball right now, but, you know, once they hit the tournament, as long as they're playing well, then it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely.
It's good to get it out of the way.
And you just watched Central get a strikeout out of the way there with Camille Hamilton.
Same thing happened with the Chelmsford High hockey team. They played a tough schedule, but once they hit that tournament, went to the top of the Super 8.
Yes, they did. And you see pitcher Tira Dewey stepping into the box here for Chelmsford High.
Dewey batting .235 on the year.
And a foul into the backstop for Dewey. She is a double threat for this team. She can hit and she can certainly pitch.
Oh yeah, Dewey does it all for the Lions. This is her 2nd year doing so. Very productive, both in the field and at the plate.
She's a finalist for the Calder Award, which is Pitcher of the Year in the MVC.
I just hope she wins. Dewey trying to help herself out here.
With the Nomar-like clicking of the feet before she swings. And the pitch. Driven by the third baseman. That's going to be a single for Tira Dewey. We'll see how they score that one. I think that'll be a hit. She hit that hard enough.
Yep, they scored that one a hit.
She hit it just hard enough. Really not much of a play the third baseman could make on it there.
Umpire Joe Hirschbeck calls timeout. He's warning each dugout. Oh, yep, there's the warning. Here's a courtesy runner. That'll be number 4.
Leah Demers.
Leah Demers.
No.
No, Sam Rowe, I think.
Ashley Hansberry.
Ashley Hansberry.
We're making all sorts of mentions here tonight.
Leah Demers runs track, Dan.
I'm just used to seeing her running. Sam Rowe plays hockey.
Sam Rowe is also one of the star courtesy runners in the game. Tops in the MVC. But Hansberry, also one of the fastest girls in the entire high school. Star soccer player in the fall.
Chelmsford High leads the MVC in the amount of courtesy runners they use per game. Their average is 3.2.
Yeah, well, Coach Rich doesn't want anybody, wasted on the bench there. He makes sure everybody gets in. Up, squares to bunt.
Whoa, and Hansberry just gets back in time. When you're a courtesy runner out there, the last thing you want to do is get thrown out.
Oh yeah, not Hansberry. Hansberry is a very smart baser and hasn't been thrown out once this year in 4 steal attempts.
She's been playing since she was 4 years old. Her parents got her involved early. Gotta give him credit. And Jenna Camo digs in. Lays down the bunt. Great bunt by Camo.
Great bunt there by Camo.
Nice play by the third baseman to get it over to first for 1 out.
Camo, just an example right there. She does all the little things well, and you know, you might look at that saying a bunt's easy to lay down. That's one of the hardest plays to make. Get a good solid bunt. But she did exactly what Coach Rich was looking for right there, which was to advance the runner.
Absolutely. When you look at Camo play, you usually like to model yourself after that. She's a good, fundamental, heads-up kind of softball player.
Always taking extra batting practice in the weight room. You know, she just works real hard, and it showed on plays like that.
I heard she stays after practice and hits till her hands bleed some days.
That's what I hear.
See her out here after they turn off the lights. Maxine Barry steps in for the Lions. She is a sophomore second baseman. She digs in. Swing foul into the backstop.
Nice hack there by Barry.
She's got a quick bat on her.
She does tremendous bat speed. I think I'm gonna say bat speed.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just a little.
I think we found out why Brian showed up late to the game.
Yeah. No, I'm just the excitement at this game right now. I'm overcome. I don't know how to react.
Well, we can hear it in your voice.
I mean, every pitch is edgy. You see the action.
And Barry digs in, hits a ground ball to the shortstop over to first, and she got her. That retires the side.
She also comes up empty in the bottom of the second, but at least the Allman brothers are good.
As you can see, the score is still 0-0 in favor of no one, and we'll bring you back here for the third inning at the Southie Garden in South Wellfield. And welcome back, everybody. I nearly forgot to turn off the music there. It would have upset Coach Rich very much. He's been known to be a perfectionist out there. He doesn't want anything messing up his team. And Dewey steps in. Her first pitch is a high strike, much to the chagrin of leadoff hitter Lisa Savastano. And Dewey throws a strike, and DeFreitas fields the ground ball. Nice play.
That's a big out right there by Dewey. Savastano is a threat on the base paths. She makes a lot of things happen.
She's quick. DeFreitas had to react very quickly down there. And the fastest player on the team here, Joyce Foley, leads the MVC in stolen bases, believe it or not, with 21.
Joyce is a star 50-yard dash runner in the winter for the Central Raiders.
If there's one thing you can say about Joyce, it's fundamentals. You'll never see her out of position on a play. She's always in the game. She's always thinking, what if, when she's out there.
Never swinging at bad pitches. Joyce always finds a good pitch to hit.
And a rip down to third base. O'Rourke sends it over to first. No problem. Around the horn for the Lions, two-way.
Dewey's making quick work at the top of the central lineup here.
It's got to be a confidence builder for her here. You don't get by this central lineup without a struggling. She's certainly doing a good job right here.
Not at all, but the big bats are coming up. This is Haley Aringas.
Aringas got a hit in the first inning. She fouls one away.
Aringas, a switch hitter. Natural lefty, but she worked in the offseason, took 50 swings a day and became a righty also, batting from the left side here. Brody sets up outside.
Dewey swinging a miss. Nice pitch there.
Definitely a nice call there by Brody. Now, a lot of the pitchers, both King and Dewey, are saying how well Brody is behind the plate at calling a game.
You certainly want her back there when the game's on the line.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Brody calls the low fastball outside. Dewey could afford to burn a pitch there with an 0-2 count.
And Dewey digs in. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit into right field. Oh, what a great play out there by the
Jenna Camo, I believe.
Center fielder.
Jenna Camo,
that's a great play. Team comes out to meet her. It was such a good play.
Jenna Camo, I mean, not to take anything away from any of the other players on this team, but she is the best center fielder I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, if there's anyone's opinion I was going to respect on this matter of high school softball center fielders, it's yours, because you've been around the game for a long time.
I've been an avid Chelmsford girls softball fan for many, many years, Dan, dating back to my early childhood. And just Janet Camo is she tops the list of center fielders.
You know, she's a nice girl. She always gets the job done.
So Dan, what do you think of the game so far?
Well, you know, it's not really what I expected. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring affair. Each of these teams' lineups are completely loaded, but you know.
It definitely turned into a pitcher's duel of sorts, but you know that couldn't be made possible without the great defensive play behind them.
Absolutely not. No errors for either team thus far.
No.
No.
Coach Rich calling a good game so far. Nice play with the courtesy runner when Hansberry went out.
Yes, very, very good strategy by Coach Rich so far. You know, Coach Rich, whether it be football, wrestling, or softball, he comes with a game plan and he tries and sticks to it as much as possible. And that's why his teams perform so well.
That's right.
But, you know, I had a chance to talk to Coach Rich before the game. And
What do you have to say to you?
you know, I shouldn't be saying this on air, but I asked him what his favorite sport to coach was, whether it be football, wrestling, or softball, and he said, Brian, by far it's softball. And
Did he really?
he did. I'm not making that up, Dan. I was shocked, quite honestly. I thought the football or the wrestling, which he's done for so many, many years, would top the list, but apparently it's softball.
Well, you know, he's surrounded by a great group of kids, led by one of their captains, probably number 23, Caitlin Waters. Nearly gets hit by a pitch.
It did hit her.
And the umpire.
Coach
not
Rich does
hesitating.
not like that call, and I don't blame him. And I'm talking really loud.
And they're having some conversation about shoe
I think
polish.
yes, there it is.
They're
What the
comparing-
umpire is trying to explain to Coach Rich is that it hit the ground before it hit Waters. There's no doubt it hit her, but he's saying it hit the ground before it struck her foot.
That's right, and Coach Rich getting quite animated over there.
Yes, but who can blame him? You know, this is for the NBC championship, Dan.
You're right, we haven't stressed that enough so far.
This isn't the Dual County League or anything like that. This is the Merrimack Valley Conference, Dan. You know, this is actually an important conference to win.
Right.
It's actually an accomplishment. Not to take away anything from the DCL, but
I know what you're saying. It's the MVC. It's it's the
it's good teams.
the DCL is sort of the Diet Coke of local conferences. And a high fastball thrown in there to Waters. Waters digs in all over the plate.
Oh, yeah, Waters isn't giving the pitcher an inch. She's right on top of that thing.
No, maybe early in the count there. Pitcher was trying to establish some of what her plate was.
Yeah, but Waters, she's not afraid to take one for the team. She knows she has to get on base. Top of the inning, got to get on base at any means necessary, and she'll take a pitch, you know?
You're right, she's a heads-up baseball player. The pitch to Waters, swung on and missed, strikeout. We've got the top of the order here for Chelmsford High.
I believe that's strikeout number 4 for Aceto.
And O'Rourke batting a modest 383 on the season.
Oh yeah, modest by no one's standards. That's an excellent batting average.
Of course, it's outstanding. I meant compared to that of Ted Williams. And some off-speed stuff thrown there by the central pitcher.
God rest his frozen soul. Both O'Rourke and her sister Jessica provide great power for this Chelmsford team.
Yeah, they do. They're certainly a 1-2 punch out there. Jeff O'Rourke just went 3 for 4 in another game, didn't she?
Yes, she did the other night. No, 2 for 3, Dan, with 2 RBIs, but you know, she's getting the night off tonight. Trying to save her for the tournament. She's a little sore from her 2 for 3 performance.
I can imagine she goes 100% every time she steps onto the field.
No kidding around. When she steps on that field, she's a different player.
See O'Rourke, the powerful swing there. Digging in, already 1 out here this inning. O'Rourke trying to get something started, no runners on. And swinging a single into left field. O'Rourke rounding the base hard. She's in there with a single. I don't believe you've had an extra base hit, so your pre-game conclusion of
Yes.
no extra base hits was right.
Yes, I don't expect anything to get down the line tonight with this wet grass. Going to really slow the ball down, and in the infield too. I don't think you'll see as many infield hits. I mean, I think you'll see more infield hits. I'm making sense tonight.
The infield is covered in dirt.
Doesn't matter. It's the mud and the friction and the whole physics of the geometric shape leads to slow the velocity of the ball down.
Well, if you're as lost as I am, then you'll want to know that Julie Brody's batting .452 on the season. As you can see her trying to get into the head of the central pitcher. She's going sleeveless tonight on this chilly May night here at
The only Chelmsford player doing so. Brody squares to bunt. Successful.
It's got to be a mental edge when you look in on the hitter, and she's standing there wearing those sleeves on a 40-degree night in May.
Brody switching back to the right side. Tried to lay down the bunt from the left side, but couldn't get it done. Oh, she's tricking him. She lays down the bunt from the right side.
And she's just barely out over at first base, but she gets the job done. Sack bunt.
Yep, now it sets up a runner in scoring position for Ali DeFreitas.
DeFreitas, one of the better hitters on the team, as we had mentioned before.
DeFreitas, one of the best hitters in the league. Right up there with Brody for the tops and average.
And you see Jenna O'Rourke, not the fastest player, but always a threat to score. Hit up the middle.
And then Richard sending O'Rourke.
And a good throw coming in from center. She's in there.
Nice.
1-0 Lions.
And DeFreitas, the heads-up play, sneaks to second.
Ali DeFreitas with a 2-out RBI double.
Big hit there by DeFreitas.
You can't look past the fact that that was set up by Julie Brody's bunt.
No, yep, coming up big right there. Yep, Brody's bunt after the Jen O'Rourke single. Moved her to second. DeFreitas drove her home with the double.
Just a chain of great plays. Hopefully they could squeeze one more out with Jackie King coming up.
Coach Rich looking for a courtesy runner here. Let's see if it'll go to Hansberry again or perhaps Sam Rowe.
I think it's going to be Sam Rowe.
Yes, it is Sam Rowe. Star girls hockey player for the Chelmsford High School program.
Number 1 on the charts, number 1 in your hearts.
And DeFreitas getting a much-deserved ovation as she comes off the field.
One of those awkward softball rules is the fact that players can re-enter a game. So while DeFreitas is coming off second base, she will be able to return to first base defensively next inning while they're able to get Sammy Rowe, who's a very, very quick player.
And you know, Dan, that rule, the courtesy runner, it really allows for much more higher scoring games.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, it rests up DeFreitas. She's allowed to catch a breather on the bench. Come back strong, play first base in the top half of the inning.
Jackie King digs in with 2 outs. Ball outside. The central pitcher here looks to be a little frazzled with this.
She obviously has to be concerned with the runner on second there, but at the same time with King at the plate, again, one of the many powerful hitters in Chelmsford's lineup.
And she's going for a bunt. Another ball high. And number 15, Akedo, she's been all over the map.
Sato finally gets one over the plate.
And there's King stepping out of the batting box. Batter's box there.
Hitters count at 3-1 here. Runner on second for Lions, up 1-0. The bottom of the third.
I look for Jackie to put this in between the center and the right fielder. It's going to be a good pitch he's going to see right here.
I know.
King, a contact hitter.
Sato should become with the heat. King does not like that call, and I don't blame her. Ball looks low to me.
Jackie, a heads-up player. She always knows where to find the strikes, and hopefully she finds one here. Runner on second, 2 outs.
King stays alive there, slicing that one foul.
Ball's hit hard into the crowd.
It's really turning out to be a tough out for Sato.
And we were able to get a read on the final attendance tonight. We have 331 fans in attendance for tonight's NBC deciding game.
That's only 25 short of the record set last year against Medford for the first game of the tournament, in which Chelmsford won 4-2.
And Jackie sends one back over into the other net. King on a cold night appeared to have a little stinger there after that hit. She'll come back strong. And waving at the last pitch.
Said we got to chase one outside, but still a great at bat there by King.
Chelmsford leaves one stranded after 3 innings.
But the damage was done that inning. Chelmsford takes.
The score was 3-1, and we're going to send it to break right now. We'll be back with 4th. And we're back here in the, this would be the top of the 4th inning.
That is correct, Dan.
Dewey's held Central scoreless thus far.
Yeah. Chelmsford struck first in the bottom of the 3rd with a run on an Ali DeFreitas double, scoring no courtesy runner, Jenna Rourke.
And Tira goes down on the pitch. See if she's all right. She appears to be a little shaken up on the play. She lost her footing there. That tends to happen with the...
Yeah, she seems to be fine. Something with the mound, I think.
It's a heavy concentration of dirt out there.
You know, if you ask me, I think Aceto did something to the mound that would be just like her.
Well, I think that's a very conspiracious point of view, which I suppose is logical, but not likely. I was able to walk out onto the field before the game and get a little feel for the dirt, and you know, it was definitely some rough spots out there. She must have just hit a hard area and rolled her ankle over, but she's gonna pitch nonetheless. She's a tough one.
Oh, she's a trooper.
Don't expect anything but this out of her. Comes back strong with a strike right down the middle. And a ground ball right back to Tira Dewey, and she fields it perfectly.
You know,
One
Dan,
away.
that's another underrated part of Dewey's game is defense, you know? People, they overlook the defensive nature of the pitcher, but she's really on some big plays, always covering the bag.
Most definitely, most definitely. She's always ready. As you see her pitch, always gets right back in that ready position.
Now batting number 14, Christina Grange.
Grange, one of the better contact hitters. If there was a runner on right now, you might see them hitting and running.
Definitely. Grange also one of the leaders on the team. She won the leadership award last year.
Which is nothing to be overlooked. Now, Brian, what I don't get is, you know the phrase contact hitter?
Yes, Dan.
How can you not be a contact hitter? Can you really hit without making contact? And a ground ball that will be foul is picked up by Brody.
Dan, what a contact hitter refers to is someone who always puts the ball in play, doesn't strike out, usually has a high average.
I understand what it is. It's just the nature of the phrase.
Oh, the
Contact
nature. It's the nature of the phrase, Dan.
You know, it's kind of like touching fielder. How can you field something without touching it? We'll get back to the game now. One away and another ground ball as you see Dewey fielding it perfectly. 2 away.
Just like I said earlier, Dan, defense of a pitcher is very important. Dewey's displaying that this inning.
It's pretty impressive. And we have 2 away here in the 4th inning as the night continues to progress. The innings continue to move along quickly. It's only 1-0 here. And Central hasn't touched the ball in a long time.
Nope. Dewey's really shutting down this Raiders offense.
She has them fooled with her off-speed pitches and her sometimes curveballs and fastballs.
Throwing a good mix in there. A lot of high balls, a lot of low balls, a little some in the middle.
And that was one in the middle. Very supportive crowd here tonight for the CHS. Camille
Nice
Hamilton,
play.
what a play. It's a web gem right there for Camille Hamilton.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Chelmsford's going to go into the bottom of the 4th with the lead 1-0. And we'll be right back after these words from our sponsor. And we're back here for the bottom of the fourth. Chelmsford's up 1-0. They're going to be bringing Camille Hamilton to the plate after a great catch in the field to end the inning.
See if she can go 2 in a row. Nice plays.
You know, Dan, it's an unknown fact that after making a good catch in the field, the person always gets a hit. I'm predicting, I bet my life on Camille Hamilton getting a hit right here.
I'm going to hold you to that.
After a catch like that, you know, she's pumped. She's ready to go.
For those of you who don't know, the killing will be at 9 o'clock if Camille Hamilton doesn't get a hit right here.
I'm telling you, Dan, she's going to get a hit.
Bring him out blindfolded into a field.
They're a great defensive play, taking perhaps extra bases away from Jose Vizcaino.
See if she can get a hit and save a life. Ball high.
Well, she'll at least get on base.
What if she walks? That's what I was going to say. What if she walks?
She'll at least get on base.
Okay. Hamilton a tough out. She's walked the 3rd most on the team this year. Her on-base percentage is outstanding.
You know, on-base percentage 375. You know, 350 is considered good, but 375 is outstanding. Can't score without getting on base, Dan. I read that in a fortune cookie once.
Your life will be happy and prosperous. And
Hamilton works the count to 3-0. Great position to get a hit.
she's going to get a good pitch to hit right here. We'll see if she can do something with
She
it.
is. I suspect Rich to give her the red light here. Gonna hold her, make a Sato throw her a strike before she actually swings.
And Camille steps in.
Holding all the way, Sato gets a strike.
Well, you've been right on so far. Want to go to Foxwoods after this?
Let's live in half a ball.
We'll meet for the wonder of it all.
And Hamilton works the pitcher, gets on base just like I predicted, Dan.
Amazingly enough, Brian Nagel will live another day.
You know, when you've watched enough high school softball like I have, you learn a thing or two.
Well, I don't know why I would even hesitate to dismiss the experience that you have.
Dewey comes up, batting .235. She got a runner on first. It's going to be a courtesy run. That's Christina Martel, star volleyball player in the fall for Chelmsford.
Unlike in other sports, you know, the coaches, such as Coach Rich, tends to develop a relationship with an umpire like John Hirschbeck.
Coach Rich, you know, he's just a respected individual. Whether you be in Chelmsford, outside of Chelmsford, whether it be other coaches, other fans, the refs, the umpires, just how can you not like the guy? He's just a wonderful human being.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I wish he could be my coach somehow.
Well, I heard there was an opening on the softball team this year, and you tried out and you didn't make it.
Well, I had intended to be quarterback at the football team, but apparently, you know, he was looking for something else.
Like a guy who could throw.
Uh,
But you knew the plays. And Tira Dewey steps in, shows bunt.
pitch out, and they got a cut. Oh, she's gonna be.
Oh, what a
Safe
great
and
play. Great play by Camille Hamilton
That's Christina Martel.
and or Christina Martel.
That's a big break there for Chelmsford. They had a free pass in the scoring position.
Martel strong on the base path. As you can see her just going right for second base as soon as she saw the ball come down there. It's one of the advantages to having the short baseline.
Still no outs here with the runner on second. Dewey at the plate trying to help herself out.
Dewey with a healthy hack at that one. Swing and miss.
Chelmsford got a chance at a big inning right here. Could blow this game wide open if they can manufacture some runs. A lot easier playing with the lead, trying to come from behind.
And a nice play there by the central catcher, sparing Dewey's back. She caught it before the ball hit her.
1-2 here to Dewey.
And the Sato looking much more calm here than she did in the last inning when she let off a run. I think if the Lions can get to her, then they'll have a chance to do a lot more damage.
The coaches, they talk to her. You know, she's a veteran, and she calmed down.
And Dewey showing bunt and misses. She will head back to the bench, one away.
Now up, number 21, Jenna Camo, who also had a nice catch in the outfield, Dan.
Camo, one of the stars of the game so far. She's batting a outstanding .357 for the team this year. It's Camo's second year on the team, second or third.
This is Camo's second year on the team.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I did my scouting on her, but I got her mixed up with someone who's played 2 years.
Camo, a force on the basketball court.
We were able to see her and on some of those games.
Yeah. Got a great three-point shot, one of the best in the MVC.
Can always see Camo playing sports. That's one thing you can say about her.
Yeah, always see her taking extra batting practice. Always see her in the weight room. She runs before school. Actually, she runs to school some days.
She puts bricks in her backpack and runs.
Her parents are very supportive. I mean, at the rate she's going, she can play at any level, not just collegiate. I mean, she could Olympic.
Her parents have been very supportive of her. They've signed her up for camps. She actually went to Dot Richardson batting camp
Yes.
just a few years ago.
She's very, very into the Tom Mansky videos.
Fundamental player. She gets it from a lot of direction. And she's up here, and there's a runner on second.
She's really just a complete player. You can tell that from this at bat.
Camo digs in, trying to prove that we're telling the truth. Having a nice at bat here, fouls one away right.
We have a full count here with the runner to second. Let's see if Rich sends the runner here. That'd be a little risky business if you ask me.
Well, it might be unlikely, but with a right-handed hitter up, throwing down to third becomes more of a task. I'd be willing to bet my life that he doesn't send the runner here.
And the runner did not go off the pitch, which is probably a good move. Especially with one out.
Camo having I believe this is the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Certainly making Aceto work for it here. Martell on second, you get a good look at Camo there. And the pitch. Right down the middle.
Caught her looking there.
Struck her out.
Obviously looking for something up high like Aceto's been known to do. But they surprised her with the inside heat. Maxine Berry up now.
Maxine Berry, one of the faster players on the team. Might see her lay down a bunt here.
Sophomore second baseman. Just like Camo, also a star on the basketball team and on the volleyball team.
See a lot of players playing volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Camo and Berry played.
And Martell.
And basketball. So, back to the action. Berry digs in there.
And Aceto with the delivery. And a fastball high. You can hear that ball popping into the glove. She hasn't lost anything since the first inning.
Definitely not. I was talking to the catcher, Monica Mongi, and she said that she has to wear an extra batting glove underneath there to protect her hand.
Yeah, she's been known to walk off the field with bruises on her hands after.
Sometimes it even breaks the skin. Barry looking to hit home courtesy run of Christina Martell here, trying to put Chelmsford up by another run. A little insurance.
And she struck her out.
Aceto with 2 big strikeouts to end the inning, catches him looking. We will go to the top of the 5th. Chelmsford 1, Central nothing. And we'll be right back after these words.
Is it the top of the 5th?
Hey, we can talk about this.
Guys, we're up. Go ahead.
Oh, that's not good. We're talented.
We're always on top of the game here. And we're going to start things off here with number 17, Angie Aringas.
Aringas coming back from that jaw injury she suffered in the Tewksbury game with a collision at the home plate.
I'd rather not talk about that.
That's just, just one of those things you'd rather forget. You know?
Hard to bring up. Aringas digs in. Well, it looks like we have some action in the bullpen.
That's Jackie King, number 20.
Being caught by her twin sister, Kara King.
The first twin softball players since 1974, the McDonald sisters. First in Coach Rich's tenure.
The McDonald sisters, I remember they batted 3-4 and they played,
Yeah, first and third base respectively.
so, you know, they obviously grew up together and became accustomed to playing together.
Yes. I was talking to the Kings, they like to model themselves after the McDonald's.
Still some game tapes from back then.
Yes, yes.
People
That
just like
was-
us announcing the games. Only with better clothes and more facial hair.
Brody's going out to have a conference with her pitcher.
Dewey not starting off well here.
The first bat of the inning is always important, regardless of what inning you're in. You could be down 10 runs, you know. First batter of the inning gets on. That's how it all starts.
The 3-1 pitch fouled away. And the look out on the Mass Pike.
Full count here. Dewey worked her way back after going down.
And the crowd continuing to form here tonight.
And she gets swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Dewey continuing to throw hard here. And a nice little infield conference there.
Dewey's showing no signs of letting up yet. Chelmsford clings to this 1-0 lead over Central.
I lost my paper. How many complete games has Dewey pitched this year?
Dewey has 2 complete games.
Is that right?
Yep, that is correct.
Well, yeah, she's certainly the model team player, always willing to give someone else the save.
All right, well, Coach Rich definitely likes to shut her down, keep her arm fresh. The tournament coming up. He's very important pitching. Very important.
Pitching is always very important. What do you think's better, good pitching or good hitting?
Good pitching. Defense and pitching will always win you games over good hitting.
And a nice hit into center field. Jenna Camo settles under it, no problem.
Routine play there for Camo. It would be a difficult play for many other center fielders, but she made that look much easier than it was.
With her speed, there's really no substitute for that kind of speed or height.
She reads the ball off the bat better than anybody.
This comes from the practice she's put in, the many hours.
Yes.
Tara Dewey still throwing gas here in the 5th inning.
To work on her speed, Camo actually pushes cars up hills to improve her leg strength. And Guerin guns out number 15, the pitcher, Sato, at first base from right field. Another outfield assist. That's number 9 on the season for Guerin. Leads the team, and Chelmsford makes short work of Central. We're going to go to a break here now. Chelmsford 1, Central Catholic nothing. And we're back here in the home half of the 5th inning. Chelmsford's bringing number 23, Caitlin Waters, to the plate to start things. Chelmsford ended the inning on a great outfield assist by right fielder Amy Guerin.
You get a look
Chelmsford
at
went
the
1, 2, 3.
look at the setting sun there. And Coach Stu Weisfeld roaming behind, backs up.
Central sending back out Sato for the 5th inning. Still strong. It's definitely a pitcher's duel thus far. Only one runner to score, only one runner to reach third base thus far.
Ellie DeFreitas with the RBI. That was her 23rd on the year.
Yes, scoring Jenna O'Rourke from second after O'Rourke swiped second base. After her single. Actually, O'Rourke did not swipe second base.
I was going to say, I don't
Julie
believe
Brody
she did.
moved her over with the bunt.
But a wise man once taught me not to disagree with your co-host.
Never. Unless he's blatantly wrong, like I am many times throughout the course of the night. Oh, and Jessica O'Rourke's going to pinch hit for Waters here.
O'Rourke been a major part of the broadcast so far. We're bringing it right into your living room.
She's coming off her 2 for 3 performance.
Go 3-3. Come on,
O'Rourke worked very hard in the offseason. Last year she was watching some film, noticing she was dropping her hands before she swung, but she's adjusted that in her swing, and you know, she's really put together a productive season thus far.
One thing you can say about O'Rourke, she's really been hitting the weights.
Oh, definitely.
You never
By
see her outside of the
strongest
weight
player
room.
on the team.
Benching 225 pounds
7 times.
7 times. Which
Yep,
she,
yep. O'Rourke, the star of the Chelmsford basketball team. She'll be attending Bridgewater State next fall on a basketball scholarship.
they're certainly inheriting a model citizen and a great athlete.
You see O'Rourke wears number 33 in honor of Larry Bird and or Annie Metz and or Kendall Rizzo. just two of the great Chelmsford softball players to wear that numbers in the years past.
I'm just amazed with your Chelmsford High softball knowledge.
You know, Dan, I just love this stuff. I mean, when they won the state championship a few years back, 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, I was reduced to tears.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Brian and I sometimes like to hang out outside of announcing, and there was this one night where we had some really fun parties going on, and Brian wanted to go to the softball game instead of hanging out with all of his friends. It's really
true,
become
Dan.
an obsession at this point.
I have my priorities straight. Softball first and everything else later. But O'Rourke, you know, really is having a nice at-bat here despite all of our banter back and forth.
And I'm sensing a slight mist coming on here tonight, which bodes well for us, being that we're around all this electricity.
We are, but, you know, got to stay focused. DeSato tried to get O'Rourke to chase that last pitch outside and tried to slow it down, but O'Rourke is not fooled.
And O'Rourke got her elbow up high there. Ready for the pitch. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout for pinch hitter Jess O'Rourke.
Still a nice at-bat there by O'Rourke, and it's always hard to come into a game and you know, just be expected to get something together. You got to acclimate yourself to the pace. But O'Rourke, I expect her to get back up there and do some damage before everything's said and done. Now here's her sister Jen O'Rourke, batting .383 on the season. Scored Chelmsford's only run.
Jen O'Rourke is a good player. She's the complete package. Look forward to get a big hit here. Swing and a miss. Aceto has not lost any gas. I believe that one, well, last one just clocked in at 59 miles an hour.
Aceto's an interesting name, Dan. You know, for those of you at home who don't know, she defected from Cuba 4 years ago. This is her second year in the Central uniform. They recruited her. They're international scouting.
And O'Rourke flies out to the center fielder.
It's really worked out well for them. She's really been a big asset to this team.
Well, can we be sure she's still in high school? We had the whole Danny Almonte fiasco.
You know, they went through.
Supposed to be
They
12
went
and he
through
turned to be
that,
14.
but the MIAA deemed her eligible for this, her last year of eligibility, because she is 19 years old.
Did they cut her open and count how many rings she had? Get it? Like a tree?
Like a tree, I get it. I'm laughing. I get jokes. Jokes are funny. Here's Julie Brody, the catcher.
Once again, still sporting the sleeveless look.
Oh yes, she's not fazed by any weather. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, sun, monsoons.
Tsunamis. Brody
And
lays
Brody
down a
tries
bunt.
to get a drag bunt in there.
Brody, one of the best bunters on the team. She's already laid down a sack bunt this game, which was very impressive. I believe it
Enabled the run to score.
sacrificed Jen O'Rourke.
Yep.
Now, while on your TV set, it may look like it's, you know, a nice day, real hot outside. Not
It
the
is
case.
not. Yes, definitely fooling the viewers at home. Oh, and that's a stinger. And
Got her in the
everyone's.
knees. Wow, she is significantly tougher than I am.
Yes, she is. Brody showing her resiliency.
Nice round
Dr.
of applause.
Stu Weisfeld making sure she's okay, but don't worry, folks. He is a doctor, so she should be fine.
I think I should go out and help.
Is he a medical doctor or?
Oh,
He's a dentist, I think. Okay, moving on. Stepping into the batter's box, Allie DeFreitas, who knocked in Chelmsford's only run with an RBI double, scoring Jen O'Rourke in the third.
Dr. Weisfeld, certainly a wise man.
You can see DeFreitas' numbers on the year, 442.
And I believe we have two away here with a run on first. Freitas steps in, already has an RBI in the night.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Brody go. Oh, and she's going to make it to second. She's going to make it to third.
Brody going full stride to
Wow.
third base.
Up. No. What are you doing? I'm pretty sure I can't say that, but big break there for Chelmsford as Brody advances to third base on a throwing error by the central catcher, number 11, Henry Rollins.
Oh, that doesn't say Henry Rollins. I see how you could have made the mistake. That's Megan Monge.
My apologies to Megan. Brody now at third.
Brody speedy. Once the ball got by the first baseman, she saw it.
And the central coach wants to check something.
Maybe I'll see if
Checking.
Sato's been doctoring the ball.
Checking the bat. Check.
Reestablishing the batter's
Yep.
box.
Yep. Checking the bat for pine tar. Yeah. Those tricky lines. The Freitas unfazed as she digs back in.
With her aluminum bat.
A hit here would undoubtedly score a run. Provide a little insurance, a nice cushion for Dewey.
And Freitas glares down the pitcher.
Lays off the high stuff there.
Ball high. We got 3-0. Or 3. What's the count?
I have no idea, but Coach Rich calls time. The thing about the Chelmsford lineup here is you can't pitch around to Freitas because you got King right behind her. I mean, most teams in this situation they'd give her the free pass, put her on base, but then you got to deal with Jackie King with 2 men on. So there's no way around it. You got to face the music, and they got to pitch to the Freitas whether they like it or not.
It's not easy for them, but you know, when you're playing a team like Chelmsford, you got to come in expecting something like this.
Yeah, but these are the situations the Freitas thrives in. I mean, she's a big game player, and this is definitely a big game. I'd expect her to lace a single into left.
I think she's going to go right up the middle. Balk.
That's a balk, and that's going to score a run.
Wow.
And Brody comes across. And DeFreitas is going to first. I don't know why. A balk can't. Apparently in softball, a balk can put a runner on base.
Wow, that's
another rule
that's different.
change.
Wow.
In
major
baseball,
blunder.
only the runners advance, not the batter.
Major blunder there by the central pitcher, Sato. You don't expect a veteran like her to make a move like that.
That was a mental error, but like I was saying, you know, she was worried about not only the runner on base, but the Freitas at the plate.
Sato certainly put some oomph into that one. That was up 66 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, she definitely did not like that mistake she just made right there. She knows it could be costly, but she's gonna try and rebound right here. She's gonna throw in the heat.
Jackie King batting 353.
Jackie
a lot
King,
of Lions batting over 350.
for those of you who follow Chelmsford softball as religiously as I do, know they put up the new fencing over at the field at Granville. Jackie King was the first Chelmsford player to hit a home run there.
Certainly a landmark that will not be forgotten for a long time.
Oh yeah, she's definitely going down in history as one of Chelmsford's greats. That ball's going to go into the trophy case in the Whittier House wing at Chelmsford High. They're going to encase it in bronze first with a nice plaque in her picture.
Jackie signed the ball.
Being the giving person that she is, she opted not to keep the ball.
Jackie hustling down to first base, and they were able to get the out.
Jackie King is the fastest player on the team, Dan. Many of those don't know that at home, but by far. And we're going to go to break here. Chelmsford scores a run. They're up 2-0 heading into the top of the 6th.
And welcome back to the game. A 2-0 Chelmsford lead on Central Catholic here in the 6th inning. Dewey still in the game.
Still going strong here, Dewey is.
First pitch ball.
Last inning she had a 1-2-3 inning. Trying to do the same here in the top of the 6th.
It's going to be a little more difficult with the top of the order. Ground ball to third base.
Tough
General
play
O'Rourke.
for O'Rourke. And they got her at first.
Wow, that's a great play.
O'Rourke's got a cannon for an arm. That's why she's in the hot corner right there. Strongest arm in the infield.
Hallie DeFreitas with a nice stretch, and we have one away. Second batter comes up. That's, of course, Joyce Foley, fastest player on the team.
Yes, Joyce Foley. She runs the 50-yard dash in winter track.
Foley digging in, second batter. Ground ball fouled by third base. General O'Rourke still hustling as always.
O'Rourke's always on her toes down there. She's got to be in that hot corner. Third base. One of the most active positions in the infield other than first.
Okay, for 1 second, we're going to get a word with one of the players on the team, Jackie King. Jackie, we just want to know what you think of the pitching that's coming in right now.
She's doing really good today. It's one of her on games. She's had it in a long time. Her fastball is working really well, and her changeup's working today, so she's doing really good.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's Jackie King, everybody, the fastest player on the team. Speaking very highly of her colleague, Tira Dewey.
You know, as well as Aceto's pitching today, Dewey's pitching even better. This Chelmsford clings to a 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th.
Well, you just heard from Jackie King. We might get a chance to see her a little bit later in the game. We saw her warming up in the bullpen earlier.
Glad they're showing Dewey's batting average as she's on the mound. It's very important to know.
Yeah, that's good. Get the guys in the truck, Matt. Ground ball.
Nice stab there by Barry.
Maxine Barry with a nice play.
Dan, the guys in the truck are already mad at us. If they could hear us, we need to check on Mike 7.
Yeah. Keep playing with him. Keep playing with him.
Yeah, 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
You can see Maxine Barry up there. Just made a great play. She's a sophomore. Does a great job for the team.
Dewey brings the high heat. That's going to be a tough play for Garen and Wright.
Garen, a good fielder.
Nice grab over the shoulder catch. Garen's been flawless in the outfield, as the rest of the Chelmsford defense has been.
Oh, that's a great job there by Amy Garen.
And Central's down to his last 3 outs, and we're going to go to break. Chelmsford leads 2-0 the home half of the 6th.
Come on, guys, hold it together now, hold it together.
And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Chelmsford's up 2-0.
Certainly the morale here is good. Garen just made a great play.
Oh, yes.
Crowd loved it.
And, you know, Chelmsford's just playing a flawless game tonight, Dan. Very heads up. I got to tip my hat to Aceto. She's pitching a heck of a game, but Chelmsford still managed to get 2 runs off. They're really manufacturing the runs. Moving runners along, bunting, stealing, whatever they got to do.
She continues to throw hard.
Chelmsford trying to put away the game here, gain some insurance run for the top of the 7th. Bringing to the plate number 14, Camille Hamilton, drew a walk in her last at-bat. Also had a great diving play in the field in the 4th inning.
Hamilton, also a sophomore, batting .225, played a heck of a game so far. You know, they say big players play big in big games, and Camille has certainly played big in this game.
Oh yeah, most definitely, Dan. As has all the Chelmsford players. They just really stepped up. They came ready to play.
And they're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th, I believe it is.
Yes. Bottom of the 6th. Ooh.
Swing and a miss there.
Fools it with the off-speed stuff. You know, Dan, we just like to take this time now to announce, for those of you who are Bandit youth softball fans, there's going to be a raffle on June 15th, so we encourage you all to buy raffle tickets. They're $1 each, or 6 for $5. First prize is 4 Red Sox tickets. Second prize, a softball glove, and third prize, sunglasses. And all the proceeds will go to the 14 and under Bandits and their trip to Nationals in Sterling, Virginia. So we encourage you all to support the team and buy some raffle tickets.
Who wouldn't want those Red Sox tickets?
Oh, I know I would.
Hamilton swing and a miss. Around the horn they go. That's a strikeout for
Aceto brings the high heat, and now up will be number 8.
That was Aceto locking up her
Tira
second strikeout
Dewey,
of the game.
the pitcher, pitched a scoreless game thus far. Now trying to do it with the bat here.
Get another look at her batting average.
And Dewey laces one to right. Oh, the right fielder misreads the ball.
This could be a triple.
Dewey's got wheels. They're not going to hold her. Had trouble handling it out in right field. And Dewey's on in third with 1 out.
Dewey helping her own cause there, taking the pitch into the opposite field.
She
looked good swinging at that one.
yeah.
She makes all the way to third.
Oh, yeah. Dewey took the outside pitch, and she went right with it, drove it to right. She's not afraid to go with pitches. She doesn't try and pull all the balls. She scatters all the hits. Coach Bruce Rich going for another courtesy run to try and keep Tira warm on the bench. This will be Ashley Hansberry again. Just called up from JV to be a courtesy runner. She's doing big things for the Lions thus far.
And coming up to the game is my favorite and yours, Jenica Moe.
Jenna Como, this is the time where all that hard work's gonna pay off in the weight room, pushing cars up hills, riding bikes across America.
No one will forget that bike ride across America.
Oh, yeah, raised a lot of money for charity. Squares to bunt, brings it back, ball high. As you can shot of Hansberry on third, there's Como.
Camo's got good bat speed. She looked like she was going to lay down a bunt there.
Yeah, Hasedo pitching very carefully to Como here.
Well, fortunately, Brian and I have gotten good seats. We're sitting right behind the plate, and there's no love lost between these two teams.
Oh, no.
Como looking directly into the face of the catcher as she walked by her. Called strike.
Como taking all the way there, yeah. You know, Camo's got no friends out there on the field. She's a tough player. She's not out there to make friends.
She's a warrior.
She's out there to win.
And winning is what they're doing right now.
It's high and outside as Camo's got a hitter's count, 3-1 here. The runner on third.
Sato putting some emphasis into that one with a little oomph after she threw the pitch.
And Como draws the one-out walk, and now we got runners on the corners with Maxine Barry up.
It's a nice at bat there by Jenna Como. She played her tough, got some foul balls in there.
See if Coach Rich is going to go with the Curtis. No, he's going to opt to keep Como on base, I believe. Maxine Barry digs in now.
Maxine's played well so far this game.
Oh yes, very well in the field. Trying to do something with the bat here. She got those runners out there, one down.
After a big hit early in the inning by Tira Dewey, the triple, she remains on third base as Como walked right after her, and Maxine looks to try to get something done here.
You can tell that Sato's tired, and she's up high in the pitch count, throwing 75 pitches, which is a lot for anybody.
And that's a ball high, and they go for the double steal, but a nice play by the central catcher, seeing right through their little plan.
But still, Chelmsford's got two runners in scoring position now, takes away the threat of the double play. Coach Rich gonna confer with his batter Barry. Now, Dan, what do you think he's telling her right now?
Well, I think he's telling her she's got to stay patient. She can't be hitting any bad pitches here. And also, there will be a team dinner at Papagino's after the game.
Win or lose.
Win or lose. That's the kind of guy Coach Rich is.
No, we're just out here to have fun and win. The drawn in third baseman, Barry, just trying to put the ball on the right side of the infield, get that runner Hansberry home.
Maxine swinging at a high one there. Probably wasn't the best pitch.
Oh, those are just the kind of pitches you can't lay off.
Maxine with a good eye there. Ball inside.
We got a 3-1 hitter's count. Let's see if Sato brings the heat here.
If you're Rich, do you give her the green light? And he does.
Oh, and it goes through the legs of the second baseman. That will score Hansberry. In comes Como. She's going to be safe, and Chelmsford takes a 4-0 lead.
Jenna Como with the head first slide. You could see Maxine just get a piece of the ball. It went through the second baseman's legs. When something like that happens, you know, you just hope you get the best out of it. They scored 2 runs.
A very fortunate break there for Chelmsford. Barry did what she was trying to do, put the ball on the right side of the infield to allow Hansberry to score.
And that may have just locked it up for Chelmsford here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh yes, it's going to be, Central's going to have to be very resilient to come back from a deficit like this, now 4-0.
Central hasn't scored 4 runs off Dewey all year. Doing it in the 7th inning would be quite a feat.
As no one has scored 4 runs off of Dewey in any given inning in her entire 2-year career.
She moved here from California, didn't
Yes, she did, and she said she's a wonderful surfer if you ever get the chance to see her. She says that helps her on the softball field very much with balance and just sheer determination.
I can see how surfing would help one when they're pitching.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to have a moment to confer here.
Oh, yeah. That's Coach Diane Marchand trying to calm her team down, you know. Make sure they know they're not out of this game, but still a tall task that lies ahead of them.
I can only imagine Coach Marchand is in there talking about something involving the MVC title being on the line here, and
yeah.
they're playing for it all right now. They're already locked up in the tournament, but
These
right now they're
seniors-
just playing for accolades and glory.
Yeah, they've been working hard all season, and I would not expect them to throw it all away right here. I know they're not going down without a fight. As you can see, that's number 9, Larry. Not Larry, Dan. Not Larry. Her name is Lucille. That's Lucille Salvisano. Give her a fiery pep talk. Wow.
She's the leadoff hitter for the team is Lucille.
Or Larry, as her friends call it.
You being one of her friends.
Yes. Ooh, that's a high bunt there. And it's a heads-up play there by the third baseman, number 17, Amelia Reines. And now up, Jenna O'Rourke, top of the order. O'Rourke's batting .383 on the season.
Nice grab there by their catcher. That's Meredith Monge.
Meredith's been a great backstop for the entire central pitching staff. That one's got a piece of O'Rourke. And Chelmsford's still going to try and add to their lead here as they got 2 runners on, 2 down.
Well,
And
you knew something like this was had the potential of happening. As we saw Aceto get flustered when runners came on, and runners have certainly been getting on in this inning. So.
Umpire Fred Hirschbeck just offered a warning to each bench. He doesn't want to see this get out of hand, become a beanball war of sorts.
Well, you know, once you stop playing for the game, you start playing for blood, so he doesn't want to see that out of Central.
And with all due respect to Central, I would not mess with this Chelmsford softball team. There's some tough girls in this team.
Yeah, there are some members of this team who can throw their weight around. Ball outside.
These pretzels are making me thirsty, Dan, but we'd still like to thank the Chelmsford High School Booster Club for providing them. All donations can be made to them via email, chelmsfordboosterclubs@hotmail.com.
Another person we have to thank is the Chelmsford TV Club for putting this on, Tom Peterson.
Yes, Tom Peterson. I can't say enough about the guy. He's a class act.
Been like a mentor to both of us.
He does more for the entire Chelmsford athletic program. Right after Jack Fletcher, he's the guy. He might even be ahead of Jack Fletcher.
Head of the athletic director.
He just,
I
honestly, I'm saying that right now on air. You can quote me. Tom Peterson is. He's just, people don't appreciate it. He's behind the scenes guy, but we just like to send our sincerest gratitude out to him. 4 years working with him has been a pleasure. Brody fouls one back there.
Score remains to be 4-0 in favor of Chelmsford.
It's been a long inning out there for Aceto. She's thrown 18 pitches already, which is a lot, deep into her pitch count.
Coach Marchand still not going to the bench for another pitcher, although there is some activity in the bullpen.
Lone inside again, nearly hits Brody. Counts 2-2.
Brody steps in.
Brody hits it to second. Nice play there by the second baseman to end the inning, but still the damage has been done as Chelmsford scores 2. Now up 4-0 going into the top of the 7th. Last chance for Central to get something together. We'll be right back.
Following the tragic event
Here, top of the 7th. Central's down to their last 3 outs. Chelmsford's up 4-0. The winner of this game will decide who wins the MVC title. As Chelmsford tries to grab a share of it. Is it a share of it, Dan?
I believe it's an outright title. No.
They'll share it with Central.
We just got word it's a share.
Tiraduri remains on the mound. He's pitched a great game thus far. No runs for Central. Got great defense in the field. Trying to start things off for Central's the catcher, Monica Monge, or Meredith.
And that's a high fly ball deep to right field over the head of Amy Guerin.
And that's a good way to start. Camo gets it out in center. That's going to be 3 for Monge.
That's the first extra base hit for Central all game.
Yes, that's the first runner to reach third base on Dewey thus far this game.
Wow, and if Central wanted to make a comeback, they couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yep. But, you know, I wouldn't worry. That's the number 4 hitter, best hitter on the Central lineup. And, you know, should expect to do things like that from time to time.
And Coach Bruce Rich heading out to talk to his coach and along with the rest of the infield.
Coach Bruce Rich out to talk to his coach, huh, Dan?
Well, you know, Tira Dewey has been such a team leader. She's almost taken on the role of the coach for this team. Just something you can say about her leadership. All the way from California. They actually went to a leadership conference this past week at Harvard.
Yep.
They claim they learned lots of things. They did some workshops and
That's an annual leadership conference out at Harvard that they have every year.
put together by Tom Peterson.
On the ground.
Nice play by DeFreitas.
Nice play
Runner
by-
stays at third.
Now, Chelmsford shouldn't even be concerned with that runner right now. They can let her score. Wouldn't be a big problem as they're up 4-0. Now batting number 13, Amanda Solomon.
Amanda making contact with the first pitch. Deep
Knocks
in
it
the hole
down.
for Camille. Wow.
Wow, nice throw right there. 2 down.
I can't believe she got her out right there. That's amazing play by Hamilton.
And Central is down to their final out.
That's why she's out there. She can make those plays deep in the hole like Nomar Garcia Para.
Hamilton had an unbelievable day in the field thus far. Here's what could potentially be the last batter for Central.
Of the regular season, wait, we had.
Amelia Eringris.
The names are just getting more obscure as we continue to go on.
Yes, yes.
As Central continues to go deeper into their lineup.
Well, see, Dan, Central can recruit players. That's why they have a lot of Latino names and
They have one girl from Russia,
yes.
although she had to take a year off due to MIA rules.
Yep, they had to redshirt her, but she's in the lineup tonight. Her name is Camille Kiwohuskiov. Kiwohuskiov, if I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm sure you're not. And a foul ball goes right over the fence.
The fans here at the Southie Garden on their feet. The breeze coming in off the Merrimack River as Chelmsford tries to end the Raiders' bid.
And a pitch out. 2-2.
Trying to get a chase one outside. Dewey stares down the batter. Here's the pitch.
Fouled.
Fouled back.
Amelia refusing to let things end here.
Very resilient, as is this entire Central team. 2 strikes remain. 2-2.
And a ground ball. It's going to stay fair. Covering is Maxine Barry. Got her.
That's the game.
We have 2 MVC champions.
The Chelmsford Lions battle hard and win in surprising fashion, 4-0 as they blow away Central. Well, Dan, you know, I definitely didn't expect such a lopsided victory, but, you know, it just goes to show how deep this Chelmsford team really is.
Well, you know, they came ready to play. They came ready to play early. They had that one big inning. Oh, a lot of credit to Tira Dewey. She got a triple and pitched one heck of a game tonight.
Dewey had an unbelievable job on the mound as Chelmsford stakes half share of the MVC title.
Hugs and grape juice flavored champagne all around tonight.
And those of you watching the game, feel free to go to Chelmsford Papagino's in the center for a nice pizza party on Coach Rich. But that's going to be it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in.
We appreciate it. By the way, a final score of Chelmsford 4, Central Catholic nothing. I'm Dan Shannon.
I'm Brian Nagel.
Have a good night.